Hi, I'm Rebecca Rogers, reporting live from Waterville, Maine with local resident Cade after acid rainstorm. So Cade, can you tell me a little about what happened earlier today?
Around 4:20 p.m. today it started to rain. At first I thought it was regular rain, but it turned out to be acid rain. This car behind me was a collection of my grandfather that he had owned. It has rusted in some places and is kind of broken down, so I can't really drive it.
It looks like acid rain really destroyed a lot here in Waterville, Maine today. How do you think we can prevent this from happening?
Well, we can reduce the number of pollutants in the air which are creating acid rain.
Thank you, Cade, for your time. Coming up next, a scientist that knows a lot about acid rain is going to answer some questions for us.
Pink G-Wagon in my hair on fleek, mad cause I got your man salivating.
Thank you, Kelly. So, we've heard a lot about the damages of acid rain, but what causes acid rain in the first place? Well, for starters, this particular storm in Waterville, Maine was started when a North Atlantic gyre ocean current was in the area. Because of this, it began to rain. But then, the rain got contaminated by sulfur dioxide and nitrous oxides found in the nearby power plant in Augusta, Maine. As you can see, the rain started from the clouds and then fell and was polluted by this factory that was shooting out sulfur dioxide and nitrous oxides, which contaminated the rain. And when the sulfur dioxides and nitrous oxides come in contact with water molecules, it creates an even more acidic combination of particles called acid rain. Thank you for, be quiet, please. Thank you for having me, Amy.
Hello guys, and welcome back to So You Think You Can Weather on the Weather Channel. And here's your host, Lydia.
Hello, and welcome back to So You Think You Can Weather. For today's game, we have 3 special guests. First, introducing Dolores.
Hello, I'm Dolores Johnson from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I love baking, having quality time with my family, and Dirty Grandpa, starring Robert De Niro and Zac Efron.
Wow, it's great to have you here, Dolores. Next up, Amber.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Amber from the beautiful town of San Francisco. I live with my younger sister Crystal and my mom and dad.
Very nice to have you here, Amber. Last is Fernandez.
Hello guys, I am Fernandez Ortega. I am 22 years old. I am a professional Twitch streamer. I stream Fortnite.
Thank you for coming, Fernandez. Now that the guests have been introduced, we're going to get right into the questions. First question, what impact does acid rain have on buildings? A, can make plants rust. B, can eventually age buildings. And C, will kill you.
B, acid rain can eventually age buildings.
Correct. Next question. What makes the acid rain acidic? A, pollutants in the atmosphere will mix with water. B, oxygen. And C, it starts out acidic.
C.
Sorry, Amber, you are incorrect.
A, water particles mix with carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxides to make rain acidic.
Dolores, you are correct. Third question. Acid rain is found most often in which parts of the USA? A, the Southwest. B, the Northwest. And C, the Northeast.
C, Northeast.
Correct. Now for the final question. Question 4. What 2 depositions are used to form acid rain? A, soil and rock. B, wet and dry. And C, there's only 1 deposition.
A, soil and rock depositions.
Sorry, Amber, that was incorrect.
B. Wet and dry.
Dolores, you are correct. Well, that was it for today's Game of So You Think You Can Weather. Catch me next time for a new exciting episode.
Hello, I'm Mr. Reading from Mr. Reading's Reading Circle, and today on Mr. Reading's Reading Circle, we're going to be reading Drippy the Raindrop, written by Furvius Douglas. Let's begin. Drippy was a raindrop. Drippy had a mommy raindrop and a daddy raindrop. He also had very annoying cousin raindroplets named Droply and Droplina, who would not shut up about their new Tesla and how cool it was and how it had all those new autopilot features despite the fact that no one cared. One day, Drippy fell out of the big cloud where he lived. Drippy was excited because he had heard how great it was to be rained. But then something bad happened. Sulfur dioxide and nitrous oxides attacked poor Drippy's body. Drippy screamed, "Ah!" Drippy finally falls into a lake in Maine along with thousands of his friends, all of which were now acidic. Drippy sees a fish. He says, "Oh, a fish! I love fish!" He then lands on the fish along with many of the other drops. The fish says, "What are you doing to me? I am burning up. You evil raindrops have released aluminium into the lake and now I am dying." Drippy felt really bad about this. Drippy said, "Oh my God, how did I kill this fish?" Another raindrop, whose name was Droptholomew, turned to him and said, "Well, I'm just an old raindrop who doesn't know much, but I can tell you basically what happened to that poor fish that we just saw die right in front of us is that in his gills, our sulfur dioxides and nitrous oxides caused mucus to form until he could not breathe and violently suffocate right before our eyes." This episode of Mr. Reading's Reading Circle on PBS Kids was sponsored by Deadpool 2 in theaters May 18th.
When selling your home, you need a realtor that provides fast and powerful services. And that's me, Karen Smith, and I've been selling home to the people of Waterville, Maine for 35 years, and I'd like to help you. With my new lit homes, acid rain won't be able to damage that nice suburban-looking home. Plus, I've sold so many houses, and I could definitely sell the perfect one to you. For more information, you're going to visit www.nnegron1.wixsite.com/weatherfreehouse.
That's the way we can get things done, and that's how I do it. It's easy and simple, 'cause you know what to do.
Hello and welcome to the Weather Channel Nightly News with Noah Negron. I'm your boy, Noah Negron. Let's get right into the news. There's been an acid rainstorm in Waterville, Maine, and it's prompting a new discussion on climate change. To weigh in on this developing story, today on my panel I am joined by Elizabeth Bird, a professor of climate change at the University of Vermont, and researcher and noted climate change denier Kelsey Dawkins from Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. Thank you both for coming. First, Elizabeth, how was this rainstorm any different from other rainstorms that have happened recently in the northeastern U.S.?
Thanks, Noah. The acidity of the recent storm was what set this apart from other rains that might have been acidic. This new rainstorm's pH level was dangerously high for our environment, a 3.9 to be exact. You see, in specifically streams, lakes, and rivers, this level of acidity can have a very poor impact, including causing the average 6.5 pH levels to sink dramatically and be very acidic.
This is the type of fear-mongering that we have come to expect from you people.
Us people, you mean people who care about the well-being of the environment? Acid rain is very harmful to our environment. Not only can acid rain affect plants in your own health, but it's extremely dangerous for our rivers and streams. Once the acid rain falls to the earth, it will sink through the water and into the ground beneath. This is very toxic to our sea creatures living in these rivers. You have neglected to mention that 3.9 pH levels is still deadly to all fish. So this most recent rainstorm in Maine will have caused plenty of fish's death.
Did you get those facts, Elizabeth?
The Environmental Protection Agency, Kelsey. These are real facts, unlike the ones you like to cite.
So what? Rain kills a few fish.
Well, those few fish impact our food web. Have you ever thought about that?
No. I'm vegan, so why should I care?
Oh my gosh, I just can't take it anymore from you. Life isn't about you and you should care because these animals are still dying, just not from the people killing them, from the weather. And not only is it killing the fish, it's killing other sea life and aquatic animals too. You know what? I'm wasting my breath on someone who doesn't even care about our environment.
Why should I care?
You should still care.
My God, I'm vegan.
So crazy. The tea has been spilled, so that means the show is done. Thank you for joining us on the Weather Channel Nightly News with Noah Negron.
Kids react to weather. This episode, acid rain.
This is just rain. What's so important about this?
What is this? I'm so confused.
This is like really boring. Do you want a sip of my double risotto, venti half soy non-fat decaf organic chocolate brownie iced vanilla double shot gingerbread frappuccino?
This is acid rain.
Wait, what? Acid rain. What's that? It sounds scary.
This is just like normal rain.
Actually, acid rain looks nearly identical to normal rain. It looks, smells, and even tastes the exact same as normal rain. Most of the effects can only be seen after the storm has ended. So if you see your parents' car rusting or even plants dying, rather than growing after what seems to be a normal storm, you may have just went through an acid rainstorm.
Oh, lame.
I'm Ned. And Ned, why are you presenting? Because I have to.
Ned?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm here today and I'm excited to tell you about how to prevent a disaster, acid rain.
Go ahead, Ned. We're waiting.
Oh yeah, so because nitrogen oxides are created in the process of burning coal and other things like oh god, I can't remember. Fossil fuels. Yeah, fossil fuels. That's it. Like the result of this is some power plants changing the way they burn coal nowadays.
Did you forget something, Ned?
I'm pretty sure I'm not.
You're forgetting to talk about how to prevent acid rain.
Oh yeah, sorry everybody.
Nerd!
So you can reduce acid rain by producing energy without fossil fuels. Instead, people can use renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power.
Yes, that's correct, Ned. Well, I'm really surprised. You're usually the dumbest kid in class. Congrats.
Why, thank you.